What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In our first news, Dustin Poirier has opened up about the emotional challenges of life after fighting, admitting that retirement hasn't been easy. The former interim lightweight champion officially retired following his final fight against Max Holloway at UFC 318 on July 19, 2025. It was a decision rooted in wanting to spend more time with his family, protecting his physical health after years of wars inside the octagon, and preserving his mental well-being after a long and demanding career. Despite knowing it was the right choice, Poirier made it clear that stepping away left a noticeable void in his life. When a fan asked him how much he misses fighting, his response was raw and honest. "Every day, the moment my eyes open. I've done it for 2 decades. I dedicated my life to it. A part of me has died." Those words reflected the emotional weight of closing such a defining chapter of his life. Poirier has always been known for his warrior mentality, his ability to push through pain, and his love for competition. Walking away from something that shaped his entire identity isn't something he takes lightly. Fighters like Poirier often face one of the hardest battles outside the cage, learning to live without the adrenaline, the roar of the crowd, and the intense preparation for war. As his career ends, figures like Kamaru Usman and Justin Gaethje have also expressed their support, praising his legendary run and the respect he's earned over the years. While the Diamond may no longer step into the cage to compete, his legacy as one of the most beloved and respected fighters in the sport will continue to shine. Retirement might not be easy, but his impact remains undeniable. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, it took Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a brief moment to realize who was standing in front of him during one of his media interviews ahead of the Smashing Machine film release. The atmosphere was lively, cameras rolling, lights bright, and the energy buzzing, but what made the moment go viral wasn't the usual movie talk. It was the fact that the person interviewing him wasn't just another journalist. It was Du Plessis, one of the UFC's top fighters, stepping into a completely different role for the day. The interaction started smoothly. The Rock was relaxed, ready to answer a few questions. Du Plessis, smiling with confidence, greeted him with warmth and respect. "I am great, and it's an absolute pleasure," Du Plessis said, his voice carrying genuine excitement. "Dwayne 'The Rock' Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend. So amazing to meet you and to be able to do this with you. I'm going to hit you with the questions. There's not a lot of them, but I'm very excited for this." The Rock listened, nodding casually, but the moment Du Plessis mentioned the UFC, something clicked. "As you know, of course, I fight in the UFC. I live and breathe this sport. My whole life has revolved around it," Du Plessis said with pride. The Rock suddenly leaned forward, squinting slightly as realization struck him. "Hold on a second," he said with a grin, his eyes widening. "Holy shit, I didn't know it was you. I thought for a second, wait, is that the champ? Wait, what's going on?"
"Oh, okay, no one told me." Du Plessis laughed, nodding, enjoying the moment. The Rock continued, clearly impressed.
"God damn, he looks just like the champ." And then it's like, "Hello, brother, hey, it's great to see you and talk with you, man. You have done such a tremendous job. All of your fights and the build-up to your fights have always been amazing." Du Plessis thanked him sincerely. "Appreciate that." "Thank you so much for delivering, man. It's good to see you." The Rock smiled back. "Thank you, sir. I appreciate that." The interaction ended with mutual respect, a moment that quickly spread online. Moving on to another news, just a week after his stunning knockout win over Khalil Roundtree Jr., Jiri Prochazka is already back in full warrior mode. The former light heavyweight champion shared a powerful clip of himself training on a treadmill with his mouth taped, a method known to help build endurance and mental toughness. It was a clear message that he's wasting no time, staying locked in on the path to another title shot. In the clip, Jiri pushes through the workout with intensity, focused and unshaken. His voice can be heard in the background, steady and determined. "Let's go for that. No matter what's the result. Daily routine, we have to keep going forward." His mindset is sharp, his eyes filled with fire, proving once again why he's considered one of the most disciplined and relentless fighters in the division. Jiri is ready to chase gold again. Moving on to another news, John Silva and Paulo Costa finally crossed paths at UFC Rio, but things didn't unfold the way many expected. In the build-up to the event, Silva openly voiced his dislike for Costa, even going as far as to say he'd be willing to fight him in the street. The tension between them grew as Costa fired back on social media, trading barbs that had fans expecting a heated confrontation if the two met in person. When that moment actually happened in the crowd at UFC Rio, the atmosphere shifted. Instead of escalating, both men shared a surprisingly calm and respectful interaction. The crowd reacted with loud applause as the two fighters stood face to face. What could have turned into a confrontation became a brief moment of mutual acknowledgement. Silva and Costa nodded, exchanged a few quiet words, and went their separate ways, showing that not every rivalry needs to explode into chaos. Sometimes the tension ends with respect, even between fighters who once threw verbal jabs at each other. Moving on to another news, Carlos Ulberg just sent a strong message to Alex Pereira, hinting at a possible interim title fight between himself and Magomed Ankalaev. With the light heavyweight division in a strange spot, it looks like things might move forward without the champ for a while. After Pereira's massive redemption win over Ankalaev, the Brazilian revealed he broke his foot during that fight. X-ray and MRI results confirmed the injury, which now explains why his next appearance inside the octagon won't be happening anytime soon. According to reports, Pereira plans to return at the UFC White House card in June 2026, and not just against anyone, but in a blockbuster fight against Jon Jones at heavyweight. That news immediately split the MMA world. Many fans want Pereira to stay at 205 and defend his title one more time, especially in a matchup against Ulberg, who has been on a tear lately. But by the looks of it, Alex might be done with the light heavyweight division altogether. His injury, along with the long recovery timeline, supports the idea that he's fully moving on to heavyweight. Meanwhile, Ulberg isn't just sitting around. In a recent interview, he revealed that the UFC might move ahead with an interim title fight between him and Ankalaev to keep the division active while Pereira recovers. If that happens, the light heavyweight division could see a new champion crowned before Pereira even steps back into the cage. Ulberg knows exactly what's at stake. It's definitely going to be a massive one for both of us, he said. For me, I'm just going in there and getting my opportunity to fight for the title, and for it to be against Ankalaev would be great. Someone's getting hurt, man. That's the fight the fans would 100% want to see. His confidence shows he's ready for the moment, and the potential matchup is already creating buzz across the MMA community. Ulberg also mentioned that if Pereira decides to stick around and defend his title one more time, then a fight between him and Pereira would be huge. If Pa stays, if he decides to stay, or the UFC wants him to defend the title again, then it'll be me and Pa, Ulberg explained. That'll be a massive fight. Maybe somewhere in Vegas. I think that'll be big. I'd be able to pull in some American fans because they haven't really seen me too often in the States or on pay-per-view. But if Pereira vacates and makes the move up to heavyweight, Ulberg believes the UFC will likely book him against Ankalaev for the interim title. If he vacates and goes to heavyweight, you might even see someone like myself and Uncle fighting, he said. So that could be the next big one. The situation sets up two very clear paths for the division. Either Pereira returns to defend the belt against Ulberg in a massive Vegas showdown, or the UFC crowns a new interim champ between Ulberg and Ankalaev while the current king moves up to face Jon Jones. No matter which way it goes, the light heavyweight division is about to get very interesting. Moving on to another news, Islam Makhachev had a tense and unexpected moment outside his gym in the UAE. Footage that surfaced on Russian media shows the former lightweight champion being swarmed by a large group of fans immediately after finishing a training session. The video quickly spread online, capturing the exact moment Islam aggressively waved off the crowd while his bodyguard stepped in to maintain control of the situation. The energy was intense, and while there was no physical harm, the incident clearly showed just how overwhelming the fan response can be. This isn't the first time Islam has faced this kind of chaos. His loyal and passionate fan base in Dagestan and across the world often crowds him, especially during fight camps. Their love and enthusiasm sometimes push the boundaries, and Islam's security team is used to stepping in to keep things contained. Still, Islam appeared calm once things settled, staying focused on his upcoming challenge. He's currently deep in preparation for his welterweight fight against JDM. Islam has looked noticeably bigger and more muscular in recent training clips, embracing his move up in weight. He even shared a lighthearted moment on Instagram, unboxing chocolate and joking with fans. "Just one thing I ask of you, bring me chocolate," he said with a grin, showing he's enjoying this new chapter of his career. All signs point to Islam entering the cage stronger, more explosive and more confident than ever before. The fight against JDM is just weeks away, and the buildup is heating up fast. On the other side, JDM continues to show no fear, no hesitation. The welterweight champ has made it clear he respects Islam's skills, but has zero plans to play it safe. He's determined to dominate, end Islam's win streak, and prove he can shut down the Dagestani style. Honestly, preparation is much the same, JDM said in a recent interview. A challenging 5-round title fight. So, just working on a solid game plan and then putting it together on November 15th. Finishing this one, I'm going to go for it. Obviously, that'd be the best case scenario. Get the finish. I can see it happening. I can see it blowing the roof off MSG, taking out pound for pound #1 with no doubts. A finish would be the dream. JDM also broke down Islam's fighting style with calm precision. His grappling's a bit better than Bal's, but he gets hit a lot more than Bal does. That gives me confidence I'll be able to tag him a few times, he explained. They're different fighters, different challenges. Obviously, there are some similarities within the grappling style, but yeah, I definitely look at Islam as a completely different challenge, with more of a finishing ability. With fighters like Shavkat and Brady also circling the title picture, the division is stacked. But right now, all eyes are locked on Islam and JDM. The stage is set for a massive showdown at Madison Square Garden. Moving on to another news, Ilia has once again stunned the MMA world with an insane behind-the-scenes reveal that explains exactly why he's so far ahead of the competition. For years, fans and fighters alike have asked what it is about Ilia that makes him so damn good. We've all seen the speed, the power, the elite cardio, the composure under fire, but the real secret has finally been exposed. His physiotherapy coach, Isef Kabilier, has pulled back the curtain, and what he revealed is on another level. According to Kabilier, Ilia isn't just a gifted athlete. He's a pioneer, bringing elite sports science into MMA in ways nobody else is doing. Kabilier explained that Ilia uses the same advanced performance protocols typically reserved for the biggest football clubs in the world, methods built on evidence, data, and precision. He adapts all of it specifically for fighting, creating a system that allows him to constantly level up. No other fighter in the sport is operating at this level of detail and structure, but it goes even deeper. Kabilier, who has spent more than a decade working with world-class athletes, revealed that Ilia's cognitive and reaction metrics are the best he's ever recorded. That includes top-tier footballers known for their explosive movements and reaction times. Ilia's ability to process information in high-pressure situations is unmatched. Kabilier said Ilia processes chaos better than anyone he's ever worked with, and that this skill translates directly to his performances inside the cage. What makes it even more frightening is how fast Ilia learns. His growth isn't measured fight to fight, it's week to week. Kabilier admitted that his team constantly has to evolve their training methods just to keep up with Ilia's rapid development. His brain and body adapt to new training loads, techniques, and recovery strategies at a pace that's almost impossible to match. Even his recent move up to lightweight was executed with surgical precision. Ilia added size and knockout power without losing any of his trademark speed, thanks to the work of his strength coach and the rest of his team. Kabilier explained that their approach focused on maximizing performance while maintaining balance and explosiveness. As a result, Ilia now hits harder, moves just as fast, and operates at 100% efficiency. His team also uses advanced neuromuscular activation protocols right after his weight cut, all the way through fight day. These techniques ensure his brain and body are fully connected, firing on all cylinders. Visual stimulation, muscle tuning, and cutting-edge performance tech are all part of the formula. And here's the wildest part. In his entire career, Ilia has never suffered a major injury. Kabilier made it clear this isn't luck, it's by design. His team treats his body with the same preventative precision as if he were recovering from an injury, keeping him sharp, durable, and ready to go. This level of preparation and science-backed detail is what separates Ilia from the rest of the division.